In a shocking turn of events, hundreds of international students in the United States have woken up to an alarming email from the U.S. Department of State instructing them to self-deport due to their involvement in campus activism. This sudden crackdown has sent shockwaves through student communities, as it not only targets those who physically participated in protests, but also extends to those who merely engaged with so-called anti-national content on social media. Reports indicate that even liking or sharing certain posts has put students at risk of losing their legal status in the U.S. Immigration attorneys confirm that among those affected are Indian students, who now face an uncertain future over what may have seemed like harmless online activity. At In the Know News, we bring you the latest developments with in-depth analysis and factual reporting. This unfolding situation raises serious concerns about freedom of expression and the increasing role of artificial intelligence in government surveillance. According to sources, this enforcement action is part of a broader initiative spearheaded by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, known as the AI-powered Catch and Revoke program. Launched just 3 weeks ago, the program has already resulted in the cancellation of more than 300 student visas, with thousands more potentially under review. The implications of this policy could be far-reaching, as the United States hosts over 1.1 million international students, with 331,000 coming from India alone, as reported in the latest Open Doors data. The email received by affected students states that additional information became available after their visas were issued, leading to their revocation under Section 221I of the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act. The message further warns that failure to leave the country could result in fines, detention, and even deportation without sufficient time to settle personal affairs. Notably, students who are deported may be sent to countries other than their home nations, adding another layer of distress to an already dire situation. The email urges recipients to use the CBP Home app to confirm their departure and mandates that they report to the U.S. embassy or consulate to have their visas physically canceled. Legal experts warn that this wave of self-deportation notices stems from a March 25th directive that requires mandatory social media reviews of both current international students and new applicants. Under this policy, U.S. consular officers must take screenshots of social media activity that could indicate visa ineligibility. Immigration attorney Jath Shao explains that this directive could lead to a gray area in determining a student's legal status. While those admitted under duration of status, DS, are not traditionally considered unlawfully present unless a formal finding is made, this new policy suggests a shift towards stricter enforcement. The Trump administration had previously attempted to backdate unlawful presence to the time of the initial violation, a move that could now be gaining traction under the latest regulations. For students whose visas have been revoked, options are limited. According to Shao, one possible course of action is applying for reinstatement with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. However, this process is uncertain, and affected students may find it extremely difficult to secure a new visa. The leaked Rubio memo explicitly states that affected individuals should leave the U.S. and report to a consulate for visa cancellation, suggesting that reentry into the country may be significantly restricted in the future. Legal experts strongly advise students to seek professional counsel before making any decisions, as some may still have avenues to contest their removal. Speaking at a press conference in Guyana, Rubio defended the policy, arguing that student visas should not be used as a means to engage in activism. He stated, "If you apply for a visa to enter the United States and then participate in movements that vandalize universities, harass students, and take over buildings, we're not going to give you a visa. And if you lie about it and then engage in those activities, we're going to take your visa away." He further emphasized that once a visa is revoked, the individual is unlawfully present and must leave the country. His remarks underscore the administration's firm stance on maintaining strict visa regulations, particularly in light of concerns over national security and campus disruptions. This unprecedented action raises profound questions about the balance between security and personal freedoms. Critics argue that such a broad application of social media surveillance could create a chilling effect on free speech, discouraging international students from engaging in discussions on social and political issues. Moreover, the use of AI-driven monitoring to determine visa eligibility is a controversial approach that could set a precedent for other nations. As students scramble to assess their options, universities and advocacy groups are expected to challenge the legality of these measures, potentially setting the stage for legal battles in the coming months. As this situation continues to unfold, In the Know News will remain at the forefront, bringing you the latest updates and expert insights. This crackdown on international students represents a pivotal moment in U.S. immigration policy, one that could redefine the landscape for foreign students for years to come. For those affected, the next steps remain uncertain, but what is clear is that the intersection of technology, politics, and immigration is shaping a new and unpredictable reality. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the facts that matter.